Episode 1 of The Night Manager Season 2 starts with a flashback to 4 years after Roper was arrested in Egypt. Here we reunite with Jonathan and Angela in Syria. They are there to identify Roper's body. According to Angela, no one, not even Danny, will ever find out that Roper is dead. Now Angela is forced to identify the body by herself and confirms that it is indeed Roper. 2 years later, we meet Jonathan in London, working under Rex in a new Night Owl unit. This time he's going by the name Alex Goodwin. Even after 6 years though, his memories of Roper continue to haunt him. Still, he lies to his work-mandated therapist that he is all good. This causes her to grow more concerned though that Jonathan will blow up one day. Professionally, Rex and Jonathan are doing well. Maya, the new Riverhouse Supervisory Council chair, extends the Night Owls unit's contract for another 3 years. One random night, the team come across Jacko while watching a man linked to the Bulgarian mafia. Jonathan quickly recognises Jacko as one of the soldiers who worked at Roper's military haven. The following morning, Jonathan gatecrashes Rex's birthday to tell him about Jacko. He overhears and sees Rex talking to a certain woman. The woman quickly leaves, and Rex asks Jonathan to forget what he saw. Now when Jonathan brings up Jacko, Rex asks him to drop the matter and focus on the task at hand. He insists that there's no need to awaken the dead and ruin Jonathan's new identity. Before Jonathan leaves, Rex gives him his new number. Jonathan opts to stay for the party and runs into Maya. In the evening, Jonathan asks his team to trust him and continue surveying Jacko. The team follows Jacko and listens in on his new deal with a British man. It's here they realise that Jacko is working with a mysterious man who considers himself Roper's true disciple. A deeper look into the man Jacko met leads them to Maya's house. Worried, Jonathan calls Rex. The latter asks Jonathan to secretly meet him at his house. Unfortunately, the next day, Jonathan receives a call from Rex's wife informing him that Rex has died. Since he is already on his way, Jonathan gets to Rex's house rather quickly. Now Basil informs him that Rex supposedly took his life, but did he? Certainly doesn't look that way. After the cops leave, Celia tells Jonathan that Rex was agitated and wanted to talk to him about Jacko. Jonathan quickly searches Rex's office and finds his burner phone. Within this, he finds a link and upon checking, he finds more evidence of Maya's involvement in some shady business. He also finds more information on this guy Teddy, the supposed true Roper disciple. As he goes through the files, Roxana calls Rex's burner phone. Jonathan asks his team to trace her, but he insists that they need to switch from watching on the sidelines to being field operatives. He also mentions how Riverhouse is compromised and might be involved in Rex's death. He promises to tell them everything once they are done with the mission. Jonathan then interrupts Roxana's dinner and brings her to a motel. There he questions her about her relationship with Rex. She reveals that she was Rex's asset and investigating suspicious shipments at her shipping company. Now Roxana denies knowing anything else or ever meeting Teddy. Jonathan leaves her in the care of another agent called Tony. In the meantime, another agent at the office investigates the latest shipment made by Roxana's company. They quickly discover that there is an incoming ship linked to Teddy's company, Barquero. Aside from being a businessman, Teddy is also running a charity foundation called Aurora. This reminds Jonathan of Roper's Haven project. He asks Ali to find a way to stop the ship from getting to Cartagena port. Meanwhile, Jonathan goes back to look at the Roper files and later he visits Danny at his school. Unfortunately, Danny is not happy to see him and refuses to cooperate. He blames Jonathan for what happened to his family and is even more agitated when he learns that his dad died 6 years ago and no one bothered to tell him. At the motel, Roxana outsmarts Tony, steals a phone back and sends a message to someone. Simultaneously, Jonathan gets his team to travel with him to Colombia to follow Jacko and see who he meets. They manage to put a tracker on the diplomatic bag that Jacko is carrying. Jonathan and his team follow Jacko to a hotel in Colombia where he meets with Teddy. However, Teddy confronts Jacko before they head to their assigned room, where Jonathan's team is waiting. He kills Jacko and 2 members of Jonathan's team. While in London, someone kills Tony and takes Roxana with him. Back in Colombia for now, Teddy calls Jonathan to ask who he is. At the time, Jonathan is rushing to get to the hotel room Teddy had initially booked. He breaks the hotel room door and discovers a bomb wrapped around Jacko's body. He starts running just before it explodes, and the episode ends with Teddy nonchalantly walking to his car as chaos erupts behind him. So 9 years later, we return to the chaotic yet charming world of Jonathan Pine. Once again, he is a chameleon, shifting from one persona to another effortlessly. In this season, we meet him as Alex Goodwin, a Night Owl agent. It feels like he finally got his dream job, but underneath the surface, he is still tormented by Roper. He is suppressing his emotions and hiding his true self. It will be interesting though to see how his interactions with Teddy will push him past this limit. Like the previous season, we have the Riverhouse compromised and Jonathan Pine stepping up to save the day. However, this time he has no backers, Angela is retired, and Rex has just been murdered. Can Jonathan go up against Teddy and Maya simultaneously? Although this is only the first episode, we certainly have high expectations for the show, given it's been nearly a decade since we saw these characters or the excellent story in season 1. By the looks of it, the BBC are going big this season. From the high value production to the depth of the characters, it looks like we are in for a treat to kick off 2026 with a bang. Thanks for watching, and do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like or subscribe to the channel, your support is very much appreciated. I'm Greg Wheeler, and from all of us over here at The Review Geek, we'll see you on the next video.